So it's so great to see you. And first of all, I want to start by saying thank you for playing like such a big female, strong female lead for me. You were in it for the longest time because
Oh,
I started watching Marvel when I was 10 years old. I watched Iron Man three times on a loop. And if you would have been there, if I had a big female character around me, it would mean the world to me. So now I'm really grateful that you can represent
oh,
that. It really means a
thank you
lot.
for saying that. Genuinely my pleasure.
Yeah, you were great. I loved every second.
Thank you.
So just want to start by asking what was your favorite scene to film? Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's tough. There were, I mean, I love doing action stuff. I have done a fair amount of kind of stunt work in my work in the past, and I love doing that stuff. So all of those things, like I got to learn sword fighting for the first time. So being able to just kind of bring new skills in like that is really fun. But I also just enjoyed working with Gael so much. We had a really great little partnership where we were able to kind of dig into the scenes and explore them together and figure out how we could get them to work for us, and so things like the little scene in the mausoleum where it's just the two of us, talking through some kind of it touches a little bit on their backgrounds, their histories, and their insecurities, and I love that opportunity for drawing out characters in this universe. It's always really nice to just be like kind of one on one with another, like with a really brilliant actor, and just be able to connect with them.
Yeah, it looked great, especially the action. I think sometimes it's hit or miss, but it was really, really good in this one. I loved it a lot.
Great, I'm
Um,
so pleased.
so this one has like a lot of horror inspiration, especially from the 30s and 40s. Are you also a horror fan? Do you like
Huge
those
horror.
movies? Oh, that sounds
Yes,
great.
huge horror fan. I grew up on horror movies. My family, which was very strange for my upbringing in Ireland and in the 80s, my family were hugely into Halloween. So when I found out that this was a Halloween project, I was just thrilled. It's still my favorite festival of the year. And yeah, I watched horror movies all the time and still do. I grew up on Hammer horrors and the Universal monster movies. My sister kind of introduced me to all of those, and yeah, I was big into Bela Lugosi's Dracula, and I was a really big Vincent Price fan, and yeah, I just that stuff has always really thrilled me. So the idea of kind of, and I've been a big a big MCU fan as well since they began. So kind of being able to combine those two elements of my personal interests was unmissable, really.
That's so cool. It's the same for me. I'm like a huge Marvel fan and also a huge horror fan. I'm wearing a
Yeah.
Frankenstein shirt right now. So that's why the project was great. Thank you so much for having
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for this project and for all the representation you bring, really.
Thank you very much.